if we are working, if we do everything in this country, so that means we need to get the share, the equal share. What is the rich people are doing in this country for the country? We are digging the roads, we are working in supermarkets, we are working in NHS, in everywhere, even we fixing the windows. And I do that. And many people are doing everything. But when it's come to share the profit, as you can see, the upper class, the capitalist class, getting everything, and the governments are working for them actually. Of course, Tory government always attack workers. We know they are our enemy, they are workers' enemy. We know that. But the Labour Party, the name is Labour, but they never defend labor, they never defend workers' rights, they never do anything for the workers. Look what Keir Starmer says about NHS workers. He can't say he is going to provide more budget for NHS. NHS in crisis. We have NHS, we have members who work in health industry. They have very big problems and they can't see anything from Labour government. Our members mainly got language barrier. That's a big issue. And because of their English is not good enough in workplaces, they've been bullied and harassed, and they've been working more than other workers, and they couldn't explain themselves, they couldn't tell their managers, bosses their problems. And this is the main issue for the migrant workers. And plus the payment, it's a very important issue. The payment, the long hours, the working hours, that's a big issue for now, for our members for now. As you know, for last few years, the cost of living, it's quite getting worse and worse. And our members keep demanding only minimum wage to every single employer to keep their promised to keep the minimum wage 8 hours a day and plus other social rights. As you know, the government for years they said it's economic crisis and then pandemic, and they didn't increase the prices, the wages. And now when we ask the wages, they didn't increase before, and now they said no, only 4%, 3%, 5%. They are going to keep only the inflation, the last month's inflation. That's not right, because for years we didn't get the price rise, and when they do 4 or 5%, that's not good enough.
And what would you like to see a Labour government potentially do to support migrant workers?
I can't see anything from Labour Party, especially with the leadership of Keir Starmer. I can't see they are going to do anything to workers in this country. I hope they will think again and try to be a Labour and workers' government in this country, which is I don't have any hope.
Do you think there are any politicians that have workers' best interests at heart, or will try and represent workers' interests in government?
Right now, in government, there is no one is doing anything for workers. No one in this Tory government. But there are some politicians, of course. Recently, when Jeremy Corbyn came to the leader of the Labour Party, he promised quite a few things, but they didn't let him to lead the country. I said they didn't let him. He didn't lose the election because there were lots of attacks from different ways, from government, from Labour Party itself, from other organization. In the end, they get rid of him as a leader of a Labour Party, and he promised a few things. I'm not too sure if he become the leader of the country, if he can do anything for the workers. I'm not too sure. But even he demanded a few things, they didn't let him to lead the country.